life is too short to suffer. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in your lifetime with your children, with your wife, with your economics, with your business. I'm sure you're going to do well, everything, but there's things outside our controls. The government could change the rules on something, right? The rules have changed before around direct marketing and on the web and so forth. Somebody in your family could get very ill. Someone can die in our families, right? No one wants to talk about it, but it can happen. If your happiness is only going to be when everything matches how you think it should be, you're not going to be there. And my view is that there's power in happiness. We downplay it in this culture. When a person is happy, they attract other people. When a person is happy, they live longer. That's a fact. When people are happier, they earn more, right? They do better in their careers. I mean, these are physiological, these are measured facts in our society, and yet we poo-poo happiness in our world. Like, oh, it's being enthusiastic or something like that. No, it's being inspired, in spirit, feeling alive. So what I did was, as much energy or passion I had before, I still had that, but what I found was what was the stuff that would suck away that energy. And so now to answer your question, how would I know? Number one, I put the line in the sand and said, these are the ones I tend to drop into. I'm not doing that anymore, and if I find it, I gave a rule. I got 90 seconds to get out. Right, 90-second rule. Now, it should have been the 4-hour rule at the beginning. You know, on certain things. Certainly 90 seconds was easy, but certain things you get hooked. You know?
Totally.
And I was like 4 hours, maybe the 4-day rule on some of them initially. But as I did it more and more, it's like a muscle. And when you use a muscle over and over again, it works. It's there for you. And so how I know, to answer your question, a long way to answer your question, but without that, I don't think people understand what we're talking about, is I sense tension in my body. Like, when you're in a beautiful state, things flow. When there's a tension, you can feel it in your face, your head. Somebody says something, somebody didn't do something, somebody used a certain term, you dropped something out, or you did something, or you should have done. Whenever that happens, there's a tension. And so I've really trained myself to feel that tension. And when I feel, I go 90 seconds, and it's a game now. 90 seconds. And since I value that happiness so much, not like a deluded person, I'm so happy. Like, I value being in a beautiful state because it may not be happy. It may be driven. It may be courageous. It may be feeling bold. It may be love. It may be compassion for someone else or even myself. Right? I always have compassion for other people. I didn't have it for myself.
Right.
And so what I began to do is realize, holy cow, this is something that could change everything. And so that 90-second rule, I feel the tension, and then here's what I do. I know that it's triggered by one of 3 language patterns as a trigger, as an example.